Hello friends, this is Meg at Chasing Retro. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to show you the flip through of the second of two journals that will be listed tonight, October 30th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in my shop. There's a separate video for the other one, so be sure to watch that. This one is also a ring bound journal, and I have named it Fabulous and Fancy. It is 8.5 inches tall, 5 1/4 wide. It has 2-inch rings, and this one has 50 pages or 100 back and fronts. So this one has been crafted out of a 1940s era Cordon Bleu cookbook by Dione Lucas. And I've tied it with a handmade snippet strip, and I bolstered the edges with this beautiful coral and blue fabric. The back is also lovely. And then I tied some little trims and crocheted lace to the rings here. This is a fabric pocket, and I put a vintage yo-yo here and some rickrack. This is a vinyl tablecloth that I sewed to some blue cardstock, a little journaling card, and this is from a vintage magazine ad. Having trouble. This is a digital of a tea towel that's in my Ko-fi shop, and I have put some beautiful vintage sort of periwinkle blue trim here. I love it. I hoard this stuff, so it's a big deal that I used it in this journal. I made a little side pocket here, and we have a clipped recipe that's been put onto an index card. I got these at an estate sale. We have a jar label and a grocery receipt. We have a tuck spot here with an ice coupon. This is also a digital in my Ko-fi shop, and this is from a magazine. I've turned it into a shaped journaling card. I just love the colors on it. Betty Crocker recipe card. Look at that really cool dish. This is from a very old math book, probably from the early 30s. Very brittle. This is one of my patchwork pockets. And we have a tiny little stove from Popular Mechanics. We have a typed recipe, another magazine ad, and this is one of those mail-in order offers, probably from the early 80s. I put a little cluster here of some fabric and a vintage grocery store ad, like newspaper paper. And then here's a handwritten recipe on just a piece of scratch paper. I love it how it looks like it got some oil spilled on it. A kitchen check, and I've added this image to it, and then a meal plan with a grocery list. A Dick and Jane page that flips out. Here's a corner pocket, and this is from the book flap of the book that I made this out of, and I didn't want to lose it, so I just turned it into a little journaling card. A little digital stove image, and a little girl setting the table. And this image is from a Popular Mechanics magazine. This is some wallpaper while you were out, and I put this little canister set here. I put some aqua rickrack on that page. It flips out. Here is a page from the junior cookbook with those beautiful colors. Graph paper. This is a piece of one of my patchwork pockets that I just turned into a little tab. And then this is a picture of a pattern. Sorry about that. A little pattern from a pattern book. This flips out, and then this flips down and clipped here. I have a Rolodex card. I have glued some aged cellophane tape. This is not aged by me. This is real aged. And a popsicle image and a playing card. And then on this side, we have a little tiny fabric tag, a magazine image tag, and I believe this is typewriter paper. It's like onion skin, kind of, and it's a recipe for chicken imperial by Maggie Bales. Wallpaper, and I've got it clipped and it folds out, and tucked in here I have an image from a magazine, and then this is just a little recipe booklet from the I think these are chefs from world famous hotels. It's very old. A ledger page with a little ice cream image. This is some vintage vinyl shelf trim. We have a fabric, oops, I'm off screen, a fabric card here, and a little card from the paper kit, another card from the paper kit, and a vintage recipe card. A large index card, and I've just sewn some fabric triangles here. A decoupage napkin onto an envelope. We have a journaling card, and we have a vintage recipe card. This is the cover page for the book. A tall pocket here. I did a little cluster here with some red lace. A fabric tag. This is a shaped journaling card from a children's nutrition book, and a greenback stamp book page. Fold out recipe card page. These are some game pieces of crackers and cheese that I sewed down. Recipe book page. A ledger page with a dry cleaning ticket. This is a little pocket. Look at that. Someone spent all that time making flowers on that ham. Little strawberry note sheet, and this might be from, I believe it is from Popular Mechanics. They like to use pink in their illustrations, which I think is really interesting. It's probably from the late 40s. Most of my Popular Mechanics are from that era. A Depression recipe book page. Here is another recipe from a stack of recipes I found in an estate sale on that onion paper again. And this is a oven manual, and I just love the way this spice rack looks, so it's going in there. A tuck spot here with an oven model number, and another shaped journaling card, just a journaling card and a journaling card, or a recipe card, I guess I should say, for these. This is a punch booklet and a ledger page with a little image from a cookbook. Large recipe card. This is from a home ec book showing how to install this cabinetry that allows you to air dry your tea towels, which I would love to have. How to set a table. I sewed a matchbook here. We have a tuck spot here, and we have a little coupon, a coin envelope. Inside of it is a vintage label for, I'm assuming honey, but I could be wrong. Has clover on it. An insurance card, and an instruction sheet for one of the cake decorating kits. Recipe card, a vintage recipe card, and a jam label. And it's clipped to a page on hors d'oeuvres for, supper clubs or card clubs if you have card clubs at your house. This is the cover of this cookbook, the little book jacket. And then I lined it with yellow paper and put a pocket, and we have a coaster and another image of a stove. This is from Heloise Kitchen Hints. Another cookbook page, and I put this one in here because it was from France. This is just sort of a weird idea that I had. I did not want to use the other parts of the page that this came from, so I cut those off. But this was an awkward little piece to put in here. So I just sewed this, and I thought it was maybe like an apron. You don't have to keep it in here. It was just a little experiment that I had. I thought it was fun, and I wanted to add some more frill and fabric to this journal. This is one of the recipe pages from this book. This one folds out twice. Here's an assembly of your new mixer. A milk cap. And then clipped here we have a page from a glassware catalog and a little sack with a advertisement for flavoring. Another page from this cookbook. This is just from a Cool Whip lid. Fabric cluster. This folds out, and then I have a little booklet from a vintage Jello ad digital with some fun colored pages. Okay, this one is called Fabulous and Fancy, and this one, as well as the Pretty Picnic, will be available in my shop tonight at 7 p.m. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you watching.